Russia is planning to retire its only aircraft carrier, the Admiral Kuznetsov. This old warship has faced many problems over the years: breakdowns, fires, and failed repair attempts. Now, after nearly 10 years of delays, Russia may finally give up on fixing it. Instead, Russia wants to build new, smaller aircraft carriers that are faster, smarter, and can survive modern threats like hypersonic missiles. Some reports even say these new carriers might carry Chinese-made J-35A stealth fighter jets. The Russian newspaper Izvestia, which supports the government, says that the Navy and the shipbuilding company are ready to stop wasting money on the old carrier and focus on new technology. This decision shows that Russia's naval power is shrinking, and its dream of controlling the seas like before is fading. Analysts say the move would leave Russia's naval aviation capability dangerously diminished, particularly at a time when its maritime forces are overstretched in the Black Sea, the Arctic, and Pacific theaters. While the United States Navy maintains an unrivaled fleet of 11 operational aircraft carriers capable of dominating any ocean on Earth, the loss of the Kuznetsov would mean the Kremlin must rebuild its sea-based air power essentially from scratch. Ilya Kramnik, a defense analyst at the Center for the Study of Strategic Planning, told Izvestia that Moscow is studying two plausible fighter candidates for any future light carriers: the domestically designed Sukhoi Su-75 Checkmate and the Chinese Shenyang J-35A. So, Russia had presented the design of its fifth-generation fighter jet Su-75 Checkmate for the lightweight category, and for the heavyweight category, it has the Su-57. We've already seen that despite many challenges, the Su-57 has somehow entered production, and I think around 25 fighter jets are operational. However, the Su-57 is not being produced as quickly as it should be. One big reason for this is the lack of export orders, and an even bigger reason is the 20,000 sanctions imposed on Russia, which have made it difficult to get necessary parts. As for the Su-75, which is a single-engine, medium-weight jet similar to the American F-35, it is still in the design phase. No prototype has been built yet. Russia's only aircraft carrier, the Admiral Kuznetsov, is based on an old design, and the cost of repairing it had become so high that Russia has now decided to scrap the carrier completely. Instead, it plans to build a new, advanced aircraft carrier using electromagnetic Katabar launch systems, a modern design that will only operate fifth-generation fighter jets. But there's a big challenge. The Su-75 Checkmate, Russia's single-engine stealth jet meant for these carriers, is still only in the design phase. Due to heavy Western sanctions, it's becoming extremely difficult for Russia to actually build it. To fill this gap, Russia is now considering buying China's J-35B stealth fighter, which is specifically designed to operate from aircraft carriers. Another major reason is that Russia is currently lagging behind the US and China in stealth technology. Even Russia's Su-57 is not fully accepted as a true stealth jet by the international defense community, unlike America's F-35 or China's J-20 and J-35, which are recognized as fully stealth capable. Top Russian naval experts now believe that huge aircraft carriers are turning into easy targets in today's high-tech wars. With the rise of hypersonic missiles, drone swarms, and long-range ship-killer weapons, big carriers are no longer safe. Even Admiral Sergei Avakiants, the former head of Russia's Pacific Fleet, said in an interview with Izvestia, "The Russian Navy does not need traditional aircraft carriers in the future. Instead, Russia is now looking at smaller, smarter warships that can survive in modern battle conditions." And now Russia says it needs smaller aircraft carriers, and to some extent, that actually makes sense. Because we all remember what happened when the Houthis in Yemen, a rebel group, launched a missile that almost hit a US aircraft carrier. The US Navy had to quickly maneuver the carrier to avoid the missile. During that sudden movement, an F-18 jet placed on the deck fell into the sea because it lost balance. Now think about it. This happened because of a missile from just a rebel group. So imagine what could happen if an aircraft carrier faced a powerful country with advanced weapons. You can probably guess the outcome. As Russia struggles to maintain its maritime footprint in the Black Sea, Arctic, and Far East, the fate of its future carriers and stealth aviation strategy will have lasting implications for the global balance of naval power. And Russia knows very well that if it wants to become a superpower and protect its allies spread as far as North America, then it will eventually have to rebuild a blue water navy like it had before, and that means it will need to build aircraft carriers again. That's all for today's update. Please subscribe and like this video.